here's the thing with Tua, like, second year in Mike McDaniel's offense. And does Tyreek Hill, like, change 1 year from 1 year? Like, he was really, really, really good last year. So it's kind of like, I don't know if, like, 1 year is going to, like, really determine. Like, I don't see, like, a massive downturn from him this year.
No, for sure.
He talks about getting a 2,000-yard season. I would love to see that.
That would be gas.
I
did see that too.
With that being said, I don't. Tua, in my opinion, like, I think a lot of people hate on Tua much more than needs to be hated on. Like, I think, like, he was injured a lot last year. First year as a head coach, Mike McDaniel. And my thing is, like, when Tua was playing, like, he was playing good. Like, he was running the offense. Like, Tua, in my opinion, better than Brock Purdy. Better than, I would say, probably anybody that's played in that Shanahan offense on the 49ers. Like, you had Alex Smith, okay. Well, Alex Smith, I don't think was there. No, he was with Andy Reid by the time Shanahan got there, I believe. But it's like, I mean, would you take Brock Purdy over Tua? Would you take Jimmy G over Tua?
If you guaranteed me that Tua was going to be healthy for the rest of his career, I would take Tua.
Okay.
That's the only thing that worried. Yeah, I agree.
Would you rather take Deebo Samuel or Tyreek Hill?
You know the answer to that.
Brandon Ayuk or Jalen Waddle?
You know the answer to that one. And I love Brandon Ayuk too. There's respect to Brandon Ayuk, but I got to take Jalen Waddle's ceiling.
And let's say Dalvin Cook goes there.
See, at that point, that running back room is actually just disgusting.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, Tua is set up, if he remains healthy, to have an MVP-like year. Like, tell me why he can't.
If you could imagine Tua winning the MVP, haters would be so fucking sick.
I'm glad. He is. Bro, it's just like, it's so funny because, like, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to formulate, like, my thoughts on this because so many people are, like, so critical of him, and it's like, dude was dealing with concussions. It's not like he had, like, a broken finger or something, like, something that affects his brain, his process, and, like, his mental speed. And it's like, they're in another situation in the AFC where it's a tough division. You have the Bills. Obviously, the Patriots really aren't going to be competing. I mean,
we talk about fringe teams. They're still in that category, but yeah, like they're like the Trailblazers. That Trailblazers analogy.
But it's like the Jets are kind of like that 2-3 because I think it's really the Bills or the Dolphins division.
No, for sure.
It's
the Dolphins division if Tua stays healthy.
Yeah.
This is another contingency situation.
And I think this will help just because of, like, it's obviously, like, a lot of these awards are optics. They have Vic Fangio. If that defense steps up and gets them, like, 2-3 more wins, people are going to be like, Tua took the blah, 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 like, coming off of these concussions, like, they're going to have a better record. And it's like, he's good. Even if he performs just, like, one step ahead of where he was last year, but they pick up, like, an extra 2-3 wins because of the defense. You're telling me that's not like an MVP campaign?
No, how about this, too? I'll say, you talk about something, you got a good shot at a real good shot. You probably wouldn't have a real good shot at putting your money in for MVP. I think you'd have a real good shot for comeback player of the year, though.
Yeah.
Like, almost like the floor for this year if he can stay healthy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think people are too critical of Tua. But then,
actually, I'm capping.
What?
Because DeMar Hamlin comes back this year. So it's like, never mind. That actually is not even true, I don't think.
Do you think he's just like a shoo-in to win the award?
If we're going to be realistic for a sec, like, Tua would have been a shoo-in like any other year, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's just going to have to be who it's going to go to. I mean, if you come back from literally, like, legally dying, you're going to play football again. I mean, it's got to go to you. So, yeah, Tua, unfortunately, is just out on this one. But I think we can surely put him in second place.
Oh, for comeback?
Yeah. He's locked in on second all year. DeMar Hamlin's locked in for number one. So, yeah, I guess don't put your money on that one. But regardless, hey, Tua for MVP, I'm with you, bro.
I mean,
I'm not with you that it's certain. I'm not with you that it's even a good shot. But I'm with you that, hey, it's possible. And more than anything, I want to talk about this because it's like,
okay, go ahead.
where did the narrative come from? Like, where did this Tua hatred narrative even start? Because I've always really kind of wondered when this even happened. Because a lot of quarterbacks aren't very good for their first year. And we obviously know Tua's had that. He has the whole turn the ball over. But when they start performing good, normally people kind of get off that train.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't really understand the Tua hate. I'm a little confused, to be honest.
So I'm looking up Tua right now, just like his game log. And like, obviously, like, I think a lot of people also have a bad taste in their mouth still from like the Brian Flores years. Like,
but that's the thing. Like, look, here's what I'm going to say, too. All the people on the Dolphins roster that came out with something negative to say about him, not a lot of people came out to say something negative about Tua.
Tua seems like a great teammate.
Like, that's what, if nobody said anything negative about Brian Flores, it was one of those situations where people were riding for him, yada, yada.
Yeah.
I would have been like, okay. That would have felt the same way. That's why I never hopped on that same train about that.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like the narrative about from a lot of people in the roster and the organization was kind of like, I'm happy he's not here anymore.
Yeah. And like that's the thing is like I don't know how long it's gonna be before he gets another head coaching job. Like Mike McDaniel is way more set up to like nurture a quarterback like Tua.
No, and you just feel it when you see the connection and stuff. It just it works. That connection just works.
All
Not
right.
there's anything wrong with Brian Flores. It just didn't work.
No, I think he's a great DC. I don't know about like nurturing a young quarterback though. Just like the Patriot way. We see how it's going with Mac Jones right now. But